Losing a pet, it's a unique and really profound kind of grief, isn't it? It's honestly one of the toughest experiences so many of us go through. So, in this explainer, we're going to walk through that journey together. We're hoping to offer some comfort, some validation, and a little bit of practical guidance for this really difficult time. Let's get into it.
You know, the first thing that really hits you is the quiet, the emptiness. Suddenly, your whole routine is just gone. The house doesn't feel the same. And that feeling, well, that's the starting point for so many of us. It's a powerful reminder of that incredible bond you shared, and it can leave behind this overwhelming void.
So first things first, it is so important to validate these feelings. We need to understand that what you're going through isn't just being sad, it's genuine grief, and it absolutely deserves to be acknowledged.
This quote, man, it just gets right to the heart of it all. Grief is the natural response to losing someone you love. It really doesn't matter if they had 2 legs or 4 or wings or fins. The love was real, and that means the pain of losing them is just as real.
This brings us to a really important idea called disenfranchised grief. It's kind of a fancy term for when your loss isn't really recognized by society. You know, we have funerals and wakes for people, but when you lose a pet, sometimes you get those comments like, oh, it was just a pet. And hearing that can make you feel incredibly alone. But the thing to remember is this. Your grief is not an overreaction. It just isn't always given the support it truly deserves.
So let's just establish some ground rules here. Think of this as a pet lover's code or a bill of rights. You have the right to feel everything you're feeling, the sadness, the anger, even the guilt. You have the right to talk about it, to create your own rituals, and to take all the time you need. This isn't about getting over it. It's about moving through it in your own way and on your own time.
Okay, so knowing your feelings are valid is step 1. Huge step. Now let's talk about how you actually navigate them. This next part is all about practical, real ways to cope with the pain.
Think of this as a little roadmap for coping. First, just let yourself feel the pain. Don't try to bottle it up. Second, find your people, the ones who really get it, and talk to them. Third, and this is so important, please take care of yourself. Grief is physically and emotionally exhausting. Eat, sleep, be kind to your body. Writing can also be an amazing release. And finally, please know that it's a sign of strength, never weakness, to ask for professional help if you feel like you're drowning.
Have you ever experienced this? You're just going about your day, maybe you're feeling a little bit better, and then bam, this huge wave of sadness just hits you out of nowhere. Well, there's a name for that, a grief burst. It can be really startling, but just knowing that it's a normal part of the process can take away some of its power. It's really just your heart reminding you of how much you love them.
You know, grief isn't just a personal journey, it ripples through the whole family. So now let's shift our focus to supporting 2 groups who often have a uniquely deep bond with their pets and face some pretty distinct challenges when they're gone: children and seniors.
For a child, this might be their very first experience with death. And for a senior who lives alone, that pet might have been their only companion, their whole reason for getting up in the morning. The loss just hits differently for them, and so the support they need has to be different too.
When you're trying to help a child through this, honesty is just so important. Phrases like went to sleep or ran away can actually create a lot of confusion and even fear. It's better to use clear, simple words like died. And another crucial thing, involve them. Let them draw pictures, help you plan a small memorial, and share their favorite memories. It's all about making their sadness feel seen and showing them that it's okay to grieve.
For seniors, losing a pet can make loneliness feel so much bigger and can totally disrupt their routine. The key is to help them reconnect. You can encourage them to pick up a hobby, volunteer somewhere, or join a class. You know, even helping out at an animal shelter can be a wonderful way to fill that void and help them figure out if they might be ready for a new companion without any pressure at all.
Grieving isn't just about working through the sadness. It's also about celebrating a life. So let's move into a really beautiful part of this journey, finding ways to honor the memory of our beloved companions and keep their spirit alive with us.
Rituals can be such powerful tools for healing. And look, there are so many options here. It doesn't have to be some big, grand gesture. It could be as simple as putting together a scrapbook, writing a letter, or planting a flower in the garden. Donating to a shelter in their name is such a beautiful way to turn that pain into something positive. Really, the perfect tribute is just whatever feels meaningful to you.
Ultimately, this is what we're left with, isn't it? The memories, the joy, the silliness, those quiet moments of just being together. These are the treasures that death can never, ever take away. And cherishing them is a huge part of feeling. All right, finally, let's touch on a topic that's both really sensitive and, I think, very hopeful. And that's the question of if or when to bring a new pet into your life. There is no right or wrong answer here, only what's right for you.
This is the question that weighs on so many people's hearts. There's often a lot of guilt wrapped up in it, right? A fear that getting a new pet means you're replacing the one you lost, or that maybe you didn't love them enough. So how do you even begin to navigate that? Here are just a few things to consider. The most important one is, don't rush. Give yourself time to really mourn. It should also be a decision the whole family is on board with. And it is so important to remember you are not getting a replacement. You are starting a brand new, unique relationship. This new animal will have its own quirky personality, and that's something to be celebrated.
If you're on the fence, here's a thought. Maybe try volunteering. It lets you be around animals to give and get some of that affection, but without the immediate full-time commitment of adoption. It can be a really gentle way to just test the waters and see how your heart feels.
Let's just sit with this for a second, because this is the truth at the core of it all. Our hearts have this incredible, amazing capacity to love. Opening your heart to a new friend doesn't take away or diminish the love you'll always have for the one who came before. In a way, it's a tribute to the joy they brought into your life.
And we'll end on this beautiful thought. The paw prints they leave on our hearts, they're permanent. They become a part of who we are. The grief, it does soften over time, but the love and the mark they made on our lives, that stays forever. Thank you for joining me on this explainer. And please, be kind to yourself.